Hello, all you marriage seekers or partner seekers or true love seekers or soulmate. Soulmate, that's the one we're all looking for, isn't it? Sitting out here today, hoping that my chickens will join us. They usually perch up here when the sun starts coming around. Oh, there we go, we got one. Right? Yep. So they might join us today, like the dog did yesterday. Okay, so single after 50, do you think there's a chance that you could get married? Check this out. I found the evidence. If you are between the ages of 45 and 54, you have a 63% chance of getting married again. 63%, that's pretty good. If you're 55 to 64 years of age, you have a 67% chance of getting married again. It goes up between 55 and 64. So if you're dating at 54, you might want to wait until next year. And then 65 plus, you have a 50% chance of getting married. That's what the statistics say, not me. That's pretty incredible to me. I didn't really expect it to be that high. Reading the comments, some people see a lot of married people around them, and others don't see so many. It's made me start to look at really evaluating who I think is married in my lunch crowd of 60 people and who I think is single. Maybe there's more married people than I think. There's a couple of them in there that I know their spouses died and they were friends with another couple and that spouse died and so they hooked up together. I know about 3 of those in there, which just tells me that some people want to be married, they know how to be married, they know how to find the right person for them to be married. And I would imagine that they are able to make a lot of compromises. I say that as a good quality and a bad quality. I don't like to use the words good and bad. There is no such thing as good and bad. Only thinking makes it so. I think Shakespeare said that. Leave a comment if you know. And thanks for the majestic pizza comment. So, in thinking about that, if you're going to get remarried or reconnected with somebody in a coupling way, a man and a woman together, whatever you want to call that, living together, marriage, living alone together, whatever it looks like for you, I think sometimes we get caught in letting go of the things that came before. And that letting go is actually going through the process of grieving. It could be the loss of a chicken. It could be the loss of a dog. It could be a loss of a partner. It could be the loss of a job. It could be a loss of a home. Any loss that you feel, in some way you go through these 5 steps. If it's a small loss, you probably go through the 5 steps in 2 minutes and are done with it and don't even realize. If it's a bigger loss, like my friend who called me last night, I hadn't talked to him since high school, and he's calling to tell me that his wife of 46 years passed. I didn't know her. We lost track of each other before she came into his life, and we talked briefly, but really, hi. This is Editing Alexis jumping in, thinking about my friend. He's calling a practically total stranger. We knew each other for 2 years. Practically a total stranger. Because he's so overcome with grief and he wants everyone to know about this wonderful woman that was in his life that's gone. It's going to take him a while to get past that. If ever. They've lived life together since they were 17. He might even get stuck in one of these 5 stages for quite a while. Or maybe he gets stuck and he wants to meet somebody else so desperately And he can't because they keep avoiding him and he doesn't know why. That's going to be a tough one. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross wrote a very popular book many, many years ago. I think it was in the 80s, maybe the 70s, about dying. And she defined these 5 steps that you go through in grieving for anything, not just dying. Anyway, there's 5 steps. Just think about them and apply them to your last relationship and make sure you're done with all of that, because if you're trying to find a new woman and you're still stuck in one of these steps, especially one of the yucky ones, she's going to see it all over you. Maybe not recognize it and say something about it, but she is going to pick up clues that you're not done yet. Same goes for women with men. I think there's a lot of women still in the middle of grieving that don't know it. All right, so let's go. Number 1 is denial. I can't believe it. How could this happen to me? I don't know what I did wrong. Denial. This can't be happening. Number 2, anger. You know how that is. I think a lot of people are stuck in that. Or maybe they're just angry at the zillion other things there are to be angry at in this world today. Injustices mostly. Okay, so we have denial, anger. Number 3 is bargaining. You want to figure out, like, if I do this, will this happen? How do I make this work? How do I control this? How do I fix this? Ooh, men are good fixers. They really are. But see, that's that case. Being a fixer is good. Being a fixer is bad if you're trying to fix something in the grieving process. So number 3, betrayal. Number 4 is depression. Anybody stuck in that one? Now, again, your depression could be from anything, or the depression you see in another person could be from anything. So it may not necessarily be a relationship. We're just applying this and making sure you're all clean on the grieving front before you move into finding the love of your life, because you have some chances here. There might be some people out there stuck in depression, and while you're dating and looking at options, you can recognize these things too. Number 5, acceptance. We get to peace and happiness and health at last. Acceptance. This is the way it is. This is what I have to live with. These are my choices. Acceptance. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Don't put it in the way of your future love. Remember your chances. They're over 50% at our age. It's a really good sign. Hey, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please pass it on. Let's get more people involved in this conversation. It's really great. Thank you for joining. Bye.